If I was really close with someone, I should have had the ability to just simply call them and ask and say, hey, these were the things that were being said to me. Instead, I didn't. I let people really gas me up, get me going behind the scenes, and I really fell for a lot of things and I got caught up in the hype.
I've lost over a year of my life terrified of social media and terrified of speaking up against the people that used, coerced, and manipulated me into uploading my video in May of last year.
Ever since the day that you went away, you went away.
Hi guys, if you're new here, my name is Andra and I make mostly commentary videos and sometimes lifestyle. Today's video is gonna be a little bit late because I've taken a few days to focus on other things such as my family and so on. But I did see Jeffree Star's apology as soon as he posted it. I don't know how because I don't have my notifications turned on, but I just had this weird instinct to check his profile and the video was posted 2 hours before I checked it. So that was kind of psychic and weird. But yeah, I think it's a load of bollocks, but we're gonna get into that. I'm gonna start with the way that he just came out of nowhere, posted on his Instagram story and then made a new Instagram post to talk about this. But he never even hinted that he's gonna write an apology or make an apology video or anything of the sort. So it was kind of out of nowhere. So his post on Instagram reads, "I've missed you all so much, please watch my new video, link in my bio." So there have been a few comments from people such as Eugenia Cooney saying, "This was a great video, Jeffree, we're all humans and we all make mistakes, but we can learn and grow from it. We missed you and so happy you're back." Cole Carrigan said, "We missed you." The guy who's been featured on Jeffree Star's recent content, which people call his token black boyfriend, which I think that is pretty accurate because Jeffree Star is racist, we all know that. He wouldn't hang out with a black person if not to make a statement about, look at me, I am woke and I love people of color. And I think this one comment pretty much sums up how I feel about it. When Ariana said just keep breathing, she didn't mean you. And yeah, you know probably how little I like Jeffree Star by all my videos about him. We all make mistakes, we're all human. Yeah, I've never said I'm gonna pour battery acid on a black woman. And I've never defended publicly people who have assaulted kids, rapists and pedophiles. I've never defended that. I've never sexually harassed someone in the way that Jeffree Star groped a random man. So I don't know if you would classify this as mistakes or just that he's a bad person, you know what I mean? And another thing that I'm gonna say from the get-go is it's just weird how Jeffree Star tries to use BLM as a deflection of the issue, the same way that Trisha Paytas did that to defend Shane. But he doesn't link any petitions or any donation links to any GoFundMe's, nothing, but he tries to use BLM to deflect from the whole issue. Like, it's just so weird. Okay, so his video is titled Doing What's Right, which is ironic because he doesn't really do anything. From the get-go, Jeffree Star is mentioning and kind of shading Tati, but he doesn't use her name. So I think that has to do with what Tati said about taking legal action, because if that is the case, if she's suing them for defamation or anything like that, then they would probably not be allowed to talk about her. So he just said, some people say that I'm holding blackmail over people's heads, but it's not true, so I'm not gonna show it.
I will not be exposing anyone. For everyone saying Jeffree's gonna be coming with the receipts and we all need to get ready to forgive, that is the opposite of who I am.
So what is this then?
Dirt on everyone, and they know to keep their mouths shut.
I've never blackmailed anyone in my life, I've never committed a crime before, and I've never been to jail.
I've been to jail 3 times for assault, just so everyone knows.
So you are either lying back then by saying you have blackmail material, which you do not actually have, or you are lying now and you just don't want to show it because you are holding it over people's heads so it makes you feel better. So how are we supposed to believe you when you are contradicting yourself? You're a walking, talking contradiction. And you saying you are doing what's right, and you're saying in a video you would accept criticism on you, but you disable your comments? How are you gonna accept criticism if you don't even let people voice it? Like, look at the video, look at how it was received, look at the likes to dislikes ratio. There are so many brainwashed Jeffree Star's fans that or stands or crazy people. I don't know how you can still defend this person. But if you look at the likes, there's still plenty of them. But if you look at the dislikes as well, there is valid criticism, but you're not letting people say what their problem is because you disable the comments. Like, make it make sense. You are apologizing to James Charles, but you are also refusing to show this alleged recording. So does that mean you are defending a potential rapist? Or does that just mean that the recording was fabricated and you know that you're gonna get in legal trouble for that? Like, which one is it? Because you are just avoiding the questions that people have been hitting you with. And as far as James Charles goes, for me personally, if a survivor comes forward, I will believe them, because I always say that, rather believe a liar than a rapist. But there is no names, there is no actual proof that we can see and we can discuss. So until then, James Charles is innocent, I don't care. Okay, so while I was editing this video, there's been a development. Sebastian Williams, the commentary and drama channel, if you know him, I think his content is actually great. So yeah, he's pretty much confirmed that the voice note is about Grayson Dolan.
Jeffree Star's opinion. So the person that was on the voice memo is actually Grayson Dolan. Yes, guys, I'm just gonna say it. It is Grayson Dolan. I have it confirmed from multiple sources. No one wants me to speak up, but I have my receipts. So if anyone tries to later say that I'm lying, I will share the receipts. But I was asked not to share anything. But I know it is Grayson Dolan, and he is apparently the only person that could have influenced Jeffree Star's opinion on.
And then he proceeded to delete the video because everybody was having a go at him over outing a survivor. And he clarified on his Twitter, I'm gonna leave exactly what he wrote on screen so you can read it for yourselves. He clarified that he has no reason to believe that it is a real voice memo and that pretty much Grayson fabricated it, and that is why he felt comfortable mentioning his name, because he is not actually outing a survivor, he's just outing a liar. So I really am inclined to believe this narrative that he's not an actual survivor. I do not take back what I said in my video. If he comes forward with a story, I am gonna believe him. But we've never actually heard him speak, and he is this person who's been clickbaiting this drama. It shouldn't even be called a drama, because if it involves rape allegations, then that is a big issue. It's not drama. But he's been clickbaiting this on multiple videos. The acne video and then the assumption video that he's just posted. Well, him and his twin brother have posted. And I'm inclined to not believe it, because if you are traumatized, you either wanna tell your story and get justice, or you kinda like repress it and just try to get on with your life and pretend like it didn't happen. You don't clickbait it to try to make bank out of it. That is not what a survivor would do to cope with this. You wouldn't use it for fun. That is disgusting. That if my suspicion turns out to be true and he's actually lied and helped Jeffree Star or like done something like that, then I think he should be cancelled as much as Jeffree Star is, because that is basically plotting to destroy someone's life for no reason. And yeah, I don't think it was very much outing someone as just confirming people's suspicions, because his name was mentioned in James Charles' response to Tati last year in the text that Jeffree Star had sent him. Jeffree said that Grayson was gonna make a video confessing to what James did to him, but that video obviously never happened. So I really do not know. And Jeffree confirming that the voice note and the proof is alleged, that is also very shady, because if you have this in your possession and you are sure that is real, you wouldn't apologize to a rapist publicly, would you? Well, I don't know, I have expectations though, because Jeffree kinda did that with Davi. So I don't know what to believe. I'm gonna stand by what I said at this point in time. But obviously if Grayson comes forward and has an explanation as to why he's been quiet and the whole clickbait thing, if he says that that was his way of, I don't know, distracting himself from the situation or like something like that, then I will be inclined to believe him. But until he speaks for himself, I don't care about this. Jeffree Star speaking on behalf of someone else and all that. Like, I want to hear the voice of the actual survivor. And if they are not ready to speak about that, like generally speaking, if a survivor doesn't want to speak about that, it is valid, but at the same time, how do you want justice to be delivered if you don't speak about it? Like, it took me years to speak about what happened to me, and eventually I did, but obviously it's too late for any real justice. So, you know, if you keep quiet about it, it hurts, but you have to own up to the consequences of your actions. And now to the most annoying part of this video was including BLM and saying that people like Breonna Taylor, Elijah McClain, or black trans women in general are getting killed and do not have justice. So you care about these people's justice suddenly, out of nowhere, but you don't care about the justice for David's survivors who are still alive. That for me screams massive hypocrisy. Obviously, getting justice for these people is very important. I have made a video on how to help BLM, so please watch that if you care for that. I'm gonna make some more videos on BLM. However, please consider that it is more important to deliver justice for the people who are still alive to see it. So, Davi survivors, I'm telling you from my own experience, I'm a survivor, not survivor of Davi, but a survivor nevertheless. For me, I've had so many times when I've thought of ending my life because of what happened. So, how do you know that these survivors, if they don't get the justice that they deserve, are not gonna do the same? Do you want to get more people killed? Do you want to be complicit to that? Like, I don't understand why is it that it's more pressing to get justice for these people who are dead, and justice is not gonna undo what happened. Obviously, justice is important. The people who did that, they need to be punished. But it's just very hypocritical coming from Jeffree's mouth when he's the one who's refusing to insert himself in the Davi narrative, even though he was there, because he could actually help these people who are still alive and they can get the justice and they can get the closure that they need. But Jeffree is refusing to care about that. And just like I said, the BLM thing, you don't have petitions, you don't have donations, you don't have GoFundMes. So why are you saying this? And where is your contribution? Your only contribution to BLM was talking shit about those killed on her and saying you're gonna be happy if someone shoots a rubber bullet at her head or in her eye or something like that. So you are inciting to violence, but you don't actually want change, you just want violence because you are a crazy human being, like you are deranged. And then he kind of goes on to call Shane Dawson his best friend, and I don't know, it was very fake the way he talked about it. He's like, do I agree with what Shane has done in the past? No. Does he agree with what I've done in the past? No. Can you name it? Do I agree with Shane doing blackface and making jokes about kids and pedophilia? Does Shane agree with me supporting 4 rapists publicly and doing, I don't know, like fucking like racist shit? Like saying you're gonna hurt black women, you're gonna put battery acid on a black woman. Like, don't say, do I agree with what this person did? You are making it so abstract so that people who don't know the whole situation are not gonna actually know what you're talking about and the gravity of the situation. You are trying to make it seem like it's smaller, like to diminish the whole situation. Just, don't do that. Next up, he kind of goes on to say that his company is inclusive, which, yeah, we know how that is.
Not for my skin tone. This is not for women of colour now.
That one?
I mean, I would never use anything in here.
And then at some point in the video he says that he's been taking some time offline because that helped him to recharge his batteries and all that jazz. But truly, many drama channels have spotted him liking Instagram posts and tweets about him. And the thing is, I can buy this part, that maybe it wasn't him personally, maybe it was some people who work for him, like his assistants and stuff. But if you want to make it appear as if you are offline, why do you let your assistants like post on your behalf? Like, why don't you just tell them, don't be online on my platforms, just be online on Jeffree Star Cosmetics or something, so that it doesn't appear like I am doing these things. Like, you can have the power to tell them that, you know. And the end of the video is pretty much an advertising for his new product launch in August. So that was very Jaclyn Hill thingy to do, because she does that. She goes to the internet for 2 or 3 months and then she comes with, oh, my product is coming up, and won't own up to any of the problematic shit that she has done. And yeah, you know, you probably know how this whole thing is. And yeah, my overall thoughts on this video: doing the right thing would have been to admit that you were wrong about James Charles and declare his innocence publicly if this recording is fabricated and you are aware of it. And doing the right thing would be to involve yourself in the Davi vanity narrative, because I know you know something. And yeah, that would be doing the right thing, you know? Like, not just apologizing for the things you did. Name them, own up to it, because that is not owning up to it. And the whole setup of the video, I know everyone makes fun of YouTubers for apologizing in a hoodie on the floor. No, his setup was the opposite of that. It was, look at me, I'm rich. And you know what? Everyone's criticized that. His new house looks ugly as fuck. Like, I would rather live in my simple room than live in that mansion as it was. Like, if I could decorate it, fine. That sofa looked like vomit. And him being dressed in like a robe, showing how unbothered he is. Like, why? And then his wig was disastrous. It's like, you have ketchup and mustard hair. Like, why? Why? You know, like, money can't buy good taste, it appears. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think about this. So please leave a comment down below with what you think about Jeffree. Would you forgive him? Do you think he's a big liar? Hopefully nobody who watches me thinks that he's forgivable, because that shit is triggering. I'm a survivor. I don't want to see people supporting rapists being in the spotlight, because even if they are not rapists themselves, they are still associating with that. So that means that they agree with it and condone it, and we don't want this shit on my platform. So please tell me what you think about Jeffree Star. What would he need to do to redeem himself in your eyes? Because for me, I don't see him as redeemable. However, as I said, owning up to what he did without saying, oh yeah, I'm sorry for what I did, like actually naming all his mistakes, going through that, trying to make amends, spending money on helping BLM, helping survivors maybe to get better lawyers and all that jazz, and publicly admitting that he was wrong about James Charles. These things could be a start for me to not like him, because I'm never gonna like him, I'm not gonna watch his content, but to not judge people who watch him, I guess that would be appropriate. Because when I hear people who say that they like him, I'm a bit like, yeah, I don't really want to be your friend, you know, because why would you align yourself with that? If you watch this content, it means you think that your values somehow match up to that. And before you come at me for watching the apology video, I watched it with ad block, so I'm not giving him anything. I don't even know if it was monetized because I couldn't see the ads. But yeah, the whole situation is just... And you know, the whole like BLM, using that as a shield, that's not what's gonna help you. Because we all know you are racist in the past. Even, and not that far in the past. So let's say people are excusing him by saying, oh yeah, but it was 10 years ago. Yeah, but you calling Jackie Aina a gorilla was not 10 years ago. That was more recent. And I don't think you've ever apologized for that. So yeah, just let me know what you think. I'm gonna stop rambling now. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for more. If you have any ideas of a future video, let me know. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Helps the algorithm. Thank you so much.
Ever since the day that you went away.